Welcome in, y'all. This is Black Girls Talking TV. We are here to bring the group chat to life and discuss all of your favorite TV shows. Today's episode is all about Bachelor Nation. We are covering week 3 of Grant's journey to find love. I am Victoria. I am one of your hosts. I am a psychologist out of New York.
I'm Kamaria. I'm a lawyer in the DC area, and I am a pop culture writer as well. Yeah, let's get into it. What did you think about the drama, Carolina and Rose?
Yeah.
What you think about that? Because I didn't think Rose was going to get a rose. I thought that was a corny joke, but I wasn't trying to make it. But I really thought she was not about to get a rose at all.
Yeah, I didn't think Rose was going to get a rose at all. I felt like it was corny. And I actually do remember Grant saying, I was thinking about you. I feel like he was in general saying, like, I care about all of you guys. Like, I don't want you guys to feel like I'm going about this the wrong way or trying to be malicious or hurt anyone. And she then took that as like, oh, he's thinking about me while he's kissing you. Like, girl, you know that's not what he meant.
I didn't even remember what they were referencing. I thought maybe she was telling the truth because the way they didn't cover any of it on camera in this episode, at least I didn't see it. I mean, she seemed like she was sincere and genuine, but he seemed to have taken it as a this is not cool. This is not okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But Carolina, she the drama one. Her and Zoe. It's like I think they are the drama people.
It did suck that whole escapade, I felt like it did take away from Chloe, Bailey, and Allie Joe. 3 girls I thought he was going to end up keeping. But the night I felt like was taken up with the whole Carolina and Rose drama. But of course, we'll get into the rose ceremony later. But yeah, on to Zoe.
Zoe could wait for the first time in her life for a little bit because we need to talk about this rose ceremony. Like he got rid of 3 heavy hitters. I feel like this is the first episode where real contenders that I thought were gonna stay went home. I was very surprised. What were your thoughts?
I feel like Chloe, Allie Joe, and Bailey were the most authentic girls for the season, right? I was even thinking back to when him and Latia were talking, and Latia was like, "You're so cute." Like, and I'm like, these are not compliments. These are not like emotional developing or you know what I'm saying? They're not relationship building conversations or statements, right? And even on Ali Joe's way out, he said, "Thank you for being so real."
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Allie
I
Joe
was straight up confused.
she was interesting to me though. Sometimes her realness came off as a little bitter. I don't know. Like I'm not trying to say that about the girl, but sometimes it came off a little too real. She was very spicy and she added a lot to the mix, but I don't know. But I really liked Chloe and I thought Bailey was very, very sweet. So I was surprised to see the 3 of them go.
Yeah.
Especially I'm like, how did all these people end up staying? And I felt like Zoe, why is she still here? I mean, I hate to say that about the Black girl, but
Yeah.
I'm just kind of not a fan. I'm not a fan.
You know, I hold a lot of space for empathy for Zoe. I feel like when she is in her emotional moments, or even when she is in her confessionals, she looks like someone who has been hurt for some reason. I don't know why she gives off that aura.
She's mean.
Yeah, yeah, she is mean, right?
Hurt people.
Hurt people do hurt people, and that could be what it is that I'm picking up. But I don't know why. I just always kind of go back to that clip where she was talking about her childhood, which was not in the actual episode. And at the end of it, she said, "I'm trying to unlearn some things, right? Like I'm working on it." And what did it do for her? And it looked like her sister to be raised in a white household. And how was that truly for her growing up? Because yeah, she gives off hurt bird. She really does. She does. And so I hold a lot of space for empathy for Zoe, not excusing her behaviors, because they are very dramatic. but when it comes to her, what seems like her lack of emotional maturity, it
Mhm.
seems like it's deeply rooted in whatever she might have went through in the past. And so I am waiting for her to have like a one-on-one with Grant or a moment, and I'm hoping that they highlight that conversation between them two so that we can just get a little bit more insight into who Zoe is as a person.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, yeah, I get it though. Like she is mean, and her even like saying, "You guys are so mean to me," and like I
Yeah.
knew this is how this was gonna happen. It was just, I was like, "Hold up, girl!
Yeah.
Like, how did you expect all the girls to treat you after
Show up
you?"
the way you show up. Like,
Yeah,
she shows up like, "I don't give a crap about you. I'm not here to make friends." Like, that would be her commercial. And so for her to be crying that, like, these girls are not treating her and they're not even treating her badly.
yeah,
Like, I don't what did Serafina say? The dress was the shortest dress
for
she's ever
short.
seen? Now
Yeah,
that was like a little, like it was a remark that was like, a little, pointed, but at the end of the day, it wasn't that serious. It really
yeah,
wasn't. It
it
was not
wasn't.
that serious. Like,
It didn't deserve the whole belittling comment that Grant gave at the end of
yeah,
the date.
yeah, because all them girls are sitting around there like, who doing the belittling? Because
Right.
we think is Zoe, and what's her name, Juliana. She was.
Yeah,
I
she was
love
like,
how
"Cut to the chase."
she cut straight to the chase. She was like, "I think we all know."
Period.
It's like, "Zoe, did you?" Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's like, it's fine if you're gonna be like someone who is like, "I'm not here to make friends." If you're gonna be like, that's gonna be your persona, then own it. Don't cry about it. So
Right,
that's to me where it kind of there was a disconnect because it's like you can't be a mean girl and be like crying about it.
right.
So yeah,
Agreed,
I'm not a fan of
agreed.
her. Um, but yeah, but let's get into the days. I'm sure it'll come up more.
The group date is cool. That was the muddy date. Bailey was the star of the show.
Mhm. Yeah, I thought that was really
And
cute.
it was, I like that she was able to be like her jokey self with that.
Mhm. Mhm.
He did say, he wanted to see a more serious side of Bailey.
I
And
didn't see that. I must not
yeah,
be.
before he pulled her off to the side, like before they had their little one-on-one at the
Oh,
gate,
yes, yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
he was like, "I wanna see a more serious side of her, like, I know that she's giggly and bubbly." And she was like, "I just want him to see my giggly and bubbly side,"
Yeah.
and I think she was coming off of the idea, like, he just saw me in a very, like, emotional state
Yes,
coming
yes.
off of the night
I'm not
before.
like that always. Yeah.
Right, right, right. And so ultimately, I think that's why she ended up being let go. But I was really hoping that, like, them getting to have what seemed to be the most one-on-one time that they've been able to
Mhm.
have, that she would have stayed.
Yeah, I mean, I think like Bailey, her bubbly, giggly, like I want him to see that side of me comment is, I think, reflective of how she operates as a person. She seems to be like trying to make sure that people have a certain experience with her, like a
Right.
fun experience. I think that mental thing that's going on for her around that is kind of like messing her up a little bit. Cause like even like our first episode, I don't know who it was, if it was you or Chi Chi said that she's a little like for sure Aggie. Like
Yeah,
she's giving like she's annoying. And I was like, oh really? And I think like that is where that energy comes from, or that perception that people may have of her is because I think she's too focused on other people's experience, and maybe she needs to get out of her own head and just like focus on enjoying the moment for herself and not necessarily trying to have an experience, giving someone else a particular experience. Because someone who does not do that is Latia. And I know we're going to get to her soon, but I think she does not concern herself with anything about her perception. She just seems to
yeah,
be like, because I'd be like, this girl kind of boring.
yeah. She's
Kinda
so
boring. Yeah, she's just there, but then but she the front runner right now for me.
yeah,
Like, I think that he's, like, feeling her, and I think that she just operates as she is. So I do think that, like, be who you are and don't worry about other people's perception of you, and that will I think that resonates. If the people who need to see you will see you, you know?
yeah. Him and Parisa shocked me with the marshmallows in the mouth.
I looked away a little bit.
Yeah, same. I was a little cringe. I mean, they seem to have a great time. She got
Mhm,
the group date rose. He
mhm.
said that was the most he's laughed in a really long time.
Bars low,
Yeah.
Grant, like
I literally was like, okay, I see why Grant might struggle with dating, right? Like,
Yeah,
again, going back to the just being so enamored by the compliments, and
yeah,
then you found this to be the funniest thing. I mean, it was funny going on throughout the entire date. Like, what do you mean? You
yeah,
should have been laughing
yeah.
the whole day.
I know, yeah. Like, the girls who were especially at the money competition thing, like,
Yeah,
there was funny moments, and I'm like, "This marshmallow thing? Okay." All of his choices, like the Zoe keeping Zoe choice, keeping Rose even, like, I was just like, it seems like you're not highlighting drama and deleting it from your life. You seem
right.
to be like giving everybody the benefit of the doubt. And even like when he was sitting there with Zoe and he was like, I don't want anybody to treat you like that. Da, 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 da. I'm like, this how these hoes be with a man and getting validated and the person don't even know the whole story. You know what I'm
Don't know
saying?
the whole story, didn't ask no questions, but sat there and said, "It's not okay."
Yes.
And then, like, just mic drop, walk off. Like, no,
And
you're not gonna ask nobody no questions.
yes, yes. And so I just feel like whew, somebody send a life vest for him because I don't know. I mean, I do think he's going in a good direction with Latia because I think Latia is not going to give him no drama, no nothing.
Yeah.
Alex seems to have slid down a little bit. Like I
Yeah,
ain't
I think she
see.
just wasn't in any of the edits for whatever
Okay.
reason. I mean, but they had their little speech moment. She loved to bring out the little games and stuff. I'm
Mhm.
like, she gonna speech pathologize him down, okay? But just to swing back to Carolina, actually, because that girl, we could just actually go into her date. So I was slightly excited for Carolina. I think I wanted to see more of her personality in general. But
Mhm.
the first red flag that popped up for me was when she said really good and he said good. And she said, well, you didn't say really. I said, oh, she's that type of individual.
Yeah,
She's
yeah, yeah.
always analyzing, right?
Mhm.
Always thinking, reading very deep into things, which is
Yeah,
just
little
a
moments.
formula for disaster, especially
Yeah.
in a relationship where you're talking about people communicating and thinking differently. Okay. It is important to realize in relationships, y'all don't need to think alike. Y'all just need to think together, right? And
Yeah.
so when you are the type of person that breaks down everything somebody says, even the way she reacted to the statement with Rose, right? Like
Mhm,
she
mhm.
completely went
Yeah.
on a spiral and
Yes.
if there was any thought of this is a conversation between you and we don't know what was said in that
Mhm.
conversation, but Carolina went on a complete spiral. And
Yeah.
so at that moment at that table, I said, "Oh, she's trouble.
Yeah.
She's
Oh,
trouble
for
for sure."
sure. She's the one that's in all of the commercial edits, seeming like she's, off her rocker, is that what they
Rocker,
say?
yes, and always got a drink in her hand. She the only one always.
Oh.
No, I know that's what she means anyway, but I'm like every deep conversation after every little.
Oh
She's
my
taking a
god.
drink.
Yeah. No, she's not my fave,
Yeah,
in stark contrast to the other one-on-one date, Latia. Like, I think Latia is really nice. I think she will go for her. I don't know if you've seen the commercial where he's like they're like, "Grant, you've gotta decide." It's like the last 2, so he seems to be torn. I think Latia is for sure one of those girls. I'd be very surprised if Latia went home,
yeah.
anytime soon. I think she's gonna be one of the last 2.
I mean, he met her mom already, so that
Oh,
was already a
yeah,
really big sign.
yeah. I thought that was yeah, mhm. Like, I feel like Latia is, like Like, she's, like, manifesting, it's like
Yeah,
she's getting it all, so yeah, I
yeah.
can't see him letting her go.
So, yeah, on that date was actually supposed to be Beverly,
Oh, yeah.
but Beverly was sick, and so instead of Beverly going on the date, it was Serafina, Dina, and Latia. To me, that date was just boring. I mean, it's not
Mhm.
no offense, y'all. Not much to say. I will say you can tell Serafina moves very slow. The one thing I thought as soon as I saw them have their one on one when they were walking the dog was
Mhm.
this is not for Serafina. Serafina wants a man to chase her. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
when they were walking, I was like, "Girl, you're not gonna hold his hand or nothing." Like he did end up pulling her in,
Uh-huh.
but I was like, this is not Serafina's natural
She's not a
thing.
competitor.
Yeah, she's not a competitor, she's not about to
Mhm.
compete, she's not about to fight for a man, which props to
Mhm.
you, girl.
Yeah.
But it's very clear that this type of experiment is not for her.
Yeah, it's interesting, like, I don't see her connect a lot with him, but I'm surprised every time that she gets a rose, to be honest. One, because, like, all the other Black women, like, not all of them, but a lot of them, who are, like, not mixed, just, like, 100% Black or African or whatever, they seem to be gone, and she seems to be holding on, but I don't see his actual connection with her, and so I'm like,
What's
what
there?
what is it? But it's something, but maybe it's that. Maybe he's like, she make me work for it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
it could be a little mystery.
yeah, yeah, I don't know, but she seems to be nice. Like I thought like there was gonna be a little bit more of her pulled out in this episode given the interaction with Zoe. I saw in the commercial she kisses him in the next day. I don't know if she's kissed him
Right.
yet. I've not necessarily seen that. Have you?
I haven't seen it.
But yeah, she kisses him in the next day, and so I was like, "Okay, Serafina, you coming in, girl,
Yeah,
you coming in."
coming in,
But
so
either
yeah.
way, you know how I feel about the kisses.
Alrighty, so the prom, it was cute. I thought it was a cute little idea. I'm being
Yeah, it
nice.
was cute. You said what?
That's what I'm being nice, but I feel like it was a nice spin to the
Mhm,
usual rose ceremony night.
mhm,
Like, at least I got to interact with some people outside of the mansion. The Golden Bachelors
mhm.
came in, so I'm sure that was fun. Um,
At
and then
first, I thought they were his family.
yeah,
Like,
I
then I
did
saw some
too.
white people, and I was like, "Ah, is that his family?"
Yeah,
But yeah, then I was like, "Who are these old guys? Like, this is this is this is how I
yeah, it was yeah.
the Golden Bachelor."
Yes, yes. So yeah, I thought they were gonna like give more advice or something, or they were gonna have a
Mhm,
scene of them giving Grant
mhm,
advice.
mhm.
But it seemed like they were just there to keep the party going and keep the girls
Put
busy.
some more testosterone in the air, if you
Yeah,
can call it that. I don't
right,
know about making jokes at their expense. I don't
right.
know. They're probably very nice guys.
Yes, very nice, I'm sure. They got to barbecue, but of
Mhm,
course, as we discussed earlier, the entire night seemed like it was taken up with the drama between
mhm,
Rose and Carolina. We discussed who left,
mhm.
unfortunate. So yeah, who is our top 3 ladies? Who are you rooting for, Kamaria?
Latia's at the top, Chloe was up there and Alex is still up there, but I think Latia is the top, and then Alex. I'm trying to think of who will be a third. I have no clue right now. Who's in yours?
Yeah, it's literally just Latia and Alex for me in the
Oh,
top in terms of what I've been seeing.
mhm.
Yeah, I don't know who else he really has like more of a connection with on that.
Maybe Juliana, like,
Oh yeah,
I
he's
think
always
maybe
like
they're starting to, like I see what I guess the fans I mean, not in her, but just in their connection, they seem to have some type of a connection, you know?
yeah, yeah. I did
Um
like Juliana more when she made the comment towards Zoe. I was like, yeah, keep it real,
Mhm.
girl.
Right,
Um,
call 'em
yeah,
out. So
yeah,
that was nice. But yeah, as a whole, so like I guess she shot up there, she went
yeah.
from ranking, I don't know where she was on our last week's ranking, but she's in the top 3, I guess now. Unless there's somebody else. Like, is there anybody else? I'd love to put Serafina up there. I just don't see a lot from her, so I don't know what the connection is. And I'm sure he would put Paris what did grandpa say? Parasina? Parisa a little bit higher than we would, but
Yeah.
Parisa, I'm still stuck on the PowerPoint. That's why I'm like, Grant, not to talk about this man, but I feel like he does not have a good picker. He need
He
his
doesn't.
sister right there, sitting,
And his
on his
mama.
shoulder, like, yeah, no, 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 her, no, yes, him, no, no. He
Yeah,
needs somebody because I don't think he's paying attention to the signs a little bit. You know
he's
what I mean?
not.
Like,
He's definitely not.
it's
He is
like,
he seems like he's still a little bit in, like, a lust bucket and
yeah,
not really figuring out, like, what he wants in a
yeah,
wife. I think he's still moving off of attraction, and so this can get very dangerous for him in this future
yeah,
that he wants if he don't get
yeah.
it together. Because he seemed like as soon as he say, "I do," he's locking up whoever's on the other side, so
Yeah, he definitely does seem like he's going to stay with whoever he picks. And it probably will go the distance, but he's got to pick the right person. I don't.
yes,
I think Latia, I think Alex, they both could be that. I do think that he is looking at more than just the surface. But I think it's very shallow. Like he's looking at like, can you be a good mother? Can you be, I mean, that's shallow. It's just very basic, very check mark
yes, yeah,
type of
exactly,
thing,
check
right?
yes,
And so I feel like he should be paying attention to some of the signs of toxicity a little bit more than necessarily what it is that he wants. Think about like what he doesn't want and be able to recognize that a little bit because I don't understand. I don't see the motherness in Zoe. Maybe that's the attraction piece, I guess, the lust piece you're talking about. Because
also
where's the
with
motherness?
Zoe, I forgot to mention this, when they had their little one-on-one moment, at the prom where he was like, "How are you feeling today?" And she was like, "I was out of my element at the group date. Today was a good day." And she said the last date was her element
Hmm.
because she got to, what was it? Oh, the competition, the
Oh yeah,
athletics, but she
yeah.
didn't mention the kids.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And s should have said this earlier when we were talking about the group date, though. I did not like that aspect of her getting salty about, "I don't understand this. These rules, they're just not, I don't it's like, "Girl, like, come on now, like,
Yeah,
this is
have
everything
fun.
doesn't have to be, like, catty competition. Sometimes things are fun. Sometimes and her saying like, I don't understand. I'm a stickler for the rule or whatever she said about the girl. It's like you're just showing that you don't know how to live life freely or something. Like there's
Telling
that
you, it's whatever happened.
you said what?
What's whatever happened during that childhood? I want to
Oh,
know. I want to know. I
like
will.
yeah,
I yes.
you coming
Zoe, if
at it
you
from the
ever want,
psychologist
yeah, girl.
perspective.
If you ever want a session, come and sit. No, I'm just kidding. But
Because I'm coming at it from the perspective. I'm like, girl, what in the world?
yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? It gave me very childlike when she was saying
yeah,
like, oh, it's not, I don't like those rules, blah blah blah. And I'm like, girl, you're an
yeah.
adult.
She's
Like,
disconnected. She's so
yeah,
disconnected. She's
it's
aloof.
like you
Like
don't get to choose
it's
everything in life. Just roll with the punches a little bit sometimes.
yeah,
Or not
yeah.
punches. I don't even know what that would be. Just roll with it. Get with the program.
Roll
Like,
with it. Get with it. Relax. Chill.
relax. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, you don't
So
have to be right and first for everything.
yeah, and it's also giving, like, when I don't feel like I excel, I make the situation the problem as opposed to being like, "Oh, I didn't feel as confident in this space. Maybe that tells me more about me and about, like, where
Yeah,
areas that I can, like, grow in," you know? It's like
yeah.
she immediately f it's not me, it's
She
you.
she personalizes it, right? Like,
Mhm,
and then,
mhm,
like, she almost tries to protect herself by
mhm.
putting it off on someone else,
Yeah, yeah.
which I think is why she showed up the way she did that night at the group
Mhm,
date.
mhm. Yeah.
She felt attacked for
Yeah.
real.
Yeah, yeah,
Her
but
spirit attacked her.
yeah, no, feeling attacked and being attacked are 2 different things, so
Very yes. So that's all, folks. If you're not already, please join our group chat on Instagram. All you have to do is DM us at Black Girls Talking
yes.
TV. We have one going for The Bachelor, and we will also have one going for Love is Blind, which starts this Friday on Valentine's Day. So look out for our recap episodes on that. And until the next episode, y'all, this is Black Girls Talking TV.
Alright, bye.